Welcome back, everyone. Well, you might recall, for 3 years running in the fall, Saratoga's been host to the Saratoga Cross Country Classic. This is a race in Saratoga. And Charles, you were here last year, as a matter of fact.
I was.
When we were talking about this. And so they decided to up the ante this year. At the end of last year, you guys got together and decided that you were going to go to the USA Track and Field Association Committee and see if you could get the championship races moved here this year for the fourth annual.
Correct.
And I think you succeeded.
We did, with a lot of help from people in Saratoga, yes.
You did. This is Pat Glover, who is the race director, and this is Charles Woodruff, title sponsor, also the owner of Fleet Feet.
Thank you.
Nice to have you guys here.
Thank you.
So, with that kind of intro, what was it like going to a national organization like the USATF and getting them to agree?
Well, it's an annual process. Some of us had been there before, and we'd watched other cities do it. And in fact, Saratoga did host it back from 2004 to 2007. So it was something that was done in the past, but it was new for us as a group. And I think we put together a very good program, and they looked at other cities that applied, and we were victorious. So we're very pleased to be hosting it this year.
Boy, I bet you are. Now, I want to dig into it a bit. It's a series of races, and Masters here really applies to specific age groups, and the races are broken down according to age groups. Give us a rundown.
Well, first of all, Masters runners are people 40 and over. The Masters Championship this year here in Saratoga will be a series of 4 races, the first of which is men's 40 plus, the second of which is ladies altogether, the third of which is men 50 plus, and lastly is men 60 plus.
Wow. Now, you don't want to know something? I mean, having, I'm in the, well, I'm not going to tell you which age group I'm in, but you could probably tell. But that could be pretty strenuous for somebody 60 over, right? Cross-country 5K?
Well, yes, but the course at Saratoga, beyond being beautiful, is doable. So people can come off the street and they can be road runners, jump on the course and do fine. And even first timers can do well on the course. It's a lot of fun to run. It truly is.
Now, Charles, I want to stay with this just for a second because there are other races happening that you're going to want to know about. But so runners, I assume, if this is a championship, they're coming from around the country?
They're coming from all over the country, many states already, and you're going to have the opportunity to see some of the best Masters cross-country athletes in the entire country.
They'll be here in Saratoga.
Right.
Holy mackerel. Let's go to other activities that day.
Sure.
Let's face it, running is one of the healthiest things you can do. I know for a fact that when I was in track and field in high school, it stays with you your whole life. And so you're giving people of all ages an opportunity. Give us a rundown of some of the other things, Charles.
Sure. First of all, there's an open race to support the cross-country event, and that will be very locally oriented, certainly. So anybody, any runner, anybody with any interest. A lot of folks spend the year on the roads. Here's an opportunity to get off the roads, get onto, as Pat says, a beautiful, iconic, really, cross-country course in this entire country. And just experience what those National Masters athletes are going to experience, which is a challenging course, a great course, and lots of competition.
Now, let's face it, some of us can't run anymore, and so there's an opportunity. If you want to walk, you can walk.
There is. Our first event, our leadoff event, actually, is a competitive walk.
Right.
That'll be done on the Gideon Road in front of the hotel. We also have 2 developmental children's races, a 2K and a 3K race, both run on portions of the cross-country course. For 13 and under, various experiences, but again, anybody can participate and they will have a very good time. We've set this up, the group, USA Track and Field. I think Fleet Feet Sports has something to bring here. The FC4 group with Peter Gutos and Bob Vanderminde. They've been very involved in this. They're integral in this, and actually. But these folks are going to have a tremendous weekend. It's going to be a great day to race.
It is, and you're really setting it up so everyone can participate. You're going to have the top echelon of racers in here, in town, but it's open to the community.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to say. The running culture in this area is as strong as there is in the entire country. I think I would argue that Section 2 high school running may be the strongest section in the entire country. So come support it. come watch these people run.
Yes.
Don't just, if you're not participating, don't stay home. Come out and get along the sidelines and cheer as these people come in, because, especially the children, you know, we're trying to instill a love of running to the children, and there's nothing they like better than hearing people cheer for them as they're coming out of the woods.
That's
so
right.
Come support it.
You know what, and again, I think that's a point well taken there, that, you know, when you're a child and you start running and you just run maybe for fun or whatever, but how about that breakthrough moment, usually in high school or middle school or something, when you realize that there's a Zen part to running and there's a spiritual part to running, and, you know, it becomes a different experience, right?
There is some of that, and I echo what Charlie said about the course itself. It's in the state park. It's a beautiful course, and it's a very historic course. And people of all ages, but a lot of high school championship and even some college championships have been run on that course. So it's nice that these people would get that opportunity.
Right. You know, we kind of glossed over it, but it is a competitive race. And I know when I like to watch a race, it's nice that there's that layer of competitiveness inside it, because you really do see these athletes go for it. You know, it could be any age. It could be the kids.
Right.
It could be in a walk, you know.
Yep.
And, of course, the masters themselves.
Yes.
That's wonderful. You know, I think this, one other point I'd like to make, Charles, is that we saw it this summer, how the community of Saratoga groups together when American Pharoah was coming in, the cooperation between the mayor's office and the hotels and the downtown business associations. You made mention of this before. There's been quite a cooperative effort on this, right?
Yeah, in order to secure this bid, a package had to be created, and obviously the community that was going to host it had to support it. So when we got together, we enlisted and really are so grateful to the mayor's office, Mayor Yepsen's office, the City Council of Saratoga, the Travel and Tourism Bureau, the Chamber of Commerce, certainly. Our host hotel, the Holiday Inn, has been instrumental in putting this together to make sure that the athletes that come into town are as comfortable as we can possibly make them.
Right.
It's been a culmination of a lot of folks doing a lot of work, so we're really looking forward to it.
That's great. The date, by the way, is October 18th. That's a Sunday. When does registration open?
Registration is open.
Oh, it's open
They
now
can
online.
Open online.
Good.
Yep.
We'll send
Yes.
them there too.
Absolutely, yes.
So up to the day?
Up to the date, and including the day of, for the kids' runs and also the open 5K and the race walk. The Masters Championship, they can register until the day before. There will be no day of registration for that race.
Yes, okay, that makes sense to me. Now, just to cycle back on that, we've got the open walk, everyone of all ages. You've got the children's races, the 3K and the 5K, but then you've got the
2K and 3K.
2K and 3K.
Yes.
And then you've got the 5 Masters races that are the 5Ks.
Well, you have an open Masters 5K, and then
Right.
you have 4 of the Masters Championship 5Ks.
Gosh, what a day of racing.
We hope so.
Holy mackerel.
Tremendous day.
Nothing stops you guys, I'll tell you. Last year it was exciting. This year I can't even imagine. Well, thank you both very much for coming in. And don't forget that Sunday, October 18th, this fall we're having is amazing, and it's amazing for runners too. So please go out to the park and really support these athletes and participate. Go for a walk. Go for a run. Thanks, guys.
Thank you very much.
To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.